This is the Rays POSTCAST, your instant game reaction to the Tampa Bay Rays, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Tampa Bay Rays POSTCAST, your spot for instant Rays reaction after every game. My name is Jonathan Shields. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Johnny10Shields. An ultra frustrated. This is the most frustrated I've been after a Rays loss in a while. I mean, literally everything that could go wrong almost went wrong in those last few innings, from just horrific managerial decisions by terrible pitching in the bullpen to offense just going ghost really since the last three innings. There's just so much to get into, but we're going to start in the ninth because Chapman had the most basic sequencing ever for a pitcher. I mean, he literally threw fastballs until two strikes, and he threw a splitter. If I can pick that up, the fact that professional hitters, major league hitters, specifically Taylor Walls, after he saw Chapman do it to Mangum and to Jansen, not be able to pick that up is insanity to me. Like, I know he throws 100. I get that, but it's a sequence. He did the same sequence 3 straight times. I mean, you have to pick up on it. That's just something right away. The game ended 2 minutes ago. The first thing I wanted to say was that, because that was ultra frustrating. I knew the exact pitches that were coming. He threw fastball until he got 2 strikes, and he threw a splitter. It's as simple as that. He did it 4 straight times. And the fact that, I mean, Jansen and Walls chase, look, hitting's the hardest thing to do in sports, and I get he's throwing 100, but, I mean, you got to read the room with the splitter at that point. But, yeah, it's just an ultra frustrating loss. It's frustrating I've been in a very long time from a loss because it's rinse and repeat. I mean, we're going to talk about another bullpen collapse. We're going to talk about how good Taj Bradley was, how they wasted the game from him. We're talking about Ha-Seong Kim getting his first homer, and we're going to look ahead to a must-win game for the Rays tomorrow. But first, we're going to talk about how the Rays outplayed the Red Sox and lost.
This is what you'll be talking about.
The Rays were the better team today. The Rays deserved to win this game today. And the fact that they didn't is just rinse and repeat is what's happened. The Rays expecting batting average today is 278. The Red Sox 227. Red Sox had no business being in this game with the Rays. I mean, the Rays thoroughly outplayed them. The Red Sox got 4 batters, and that completely changed the game. And 3 of those batters scored. And we might as well get straight into our turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
It's the 7th inning, and I cannot for the life of me why Kevin Cash put in Bryan Baker into this game. I mean, guy woke up in Baltimore this morning, got on a plane, got to the field an hour and a half before the game started. I mean, unless there was an absolute emergency, there's no reason why he needs to be in the game. Absolutely none. Your job as a manager is put your players in the best situation to succeed. And once again, Kevin Cash did not do that. In what world is putting in a player that literally got traded this morning? What world is he put in a position to succeed, to come in a high leverage moment in the same day he got traded in a game where he got to the ballpark an hour and a half before the game started? Absolutely none. Kelly, Uceta, Seymour, whoever could have thrown that 7th inning. Englert could have thrown the 7th inning. I mean, there was no reason, unless there was an ultra emergency, why Bryan Baker should have pitched today. And I'm not putting that on him. I'm putting that on Kevin Cash because he shouldn't have been in the game. And when he was in the game, he has like a 6% walk rate, and he walked the first 2 batters. Like, you think that's because he's going out there feeling 100% right now? Absolutely not. So it says another bullpen collapse on here, but it was really, just more extremely, extremely frustrating bullpen decisions from Kevin Cash. I don't even know what to say at this point. I really need to hear his explanation for being in the game. And I understand what they want him to be, the high leverage reliever. I understand they want them to be the 7th inning guy. But he can be the 7th inning guy starting tomorrow. Like, there is no world why he should have been pitching. I was shocked when they put him in the game. Absolutely shocked. And the Rays are not good enough to lose games where they outplay the other team. And they've done it at least 4 times since the Athletic Series. Where they have lost games where they have thoroughly outplayed the opponent. The second game in Detroit, one of the games against Baltimore, one of the games against Athletics, and this one is once a series. And the Rays are not talented enough to overcome losses like this, where they outplay the other team. I mean, that's what makes it even frustrating. The Rays should have won this game, and the Rays need to win tomorrow. The Rays had the pitching matchup today. The Rays don't have the pitching advantage the last 2 games of the series. I'm just telling you guys now. And that's what makes tomorrow just an ultra more must win. I mean, You waste the Taj being absolutely fantastic. You waste the offense getting 2 home runs. And as a bullpen, you have 9 outs to get. And Kevin Cash puts in a guy that was literally on a plane by the time some of the players got to the field. I mean, it's baffling. And his excuse is going to be, wanted to get him right. It doesn't matter. He should have done it. I bet he regrets it now. But man, there is no world where he should have been in the game. And there's been a lot of questionable decisions lately involving the bullpen, not putting Fairbanks in the 9th against Minnesota 2 times. Deploying Uceta after throwing like 28 pitches the day before or whatever. But, I mean, this one was up there for one of the worst. I mean, absolutely unacceptable having him in the game. And I'm sure he's going to come back on Saturday and be fantastic. But, this road trip is just a nightmare for the Rays. And Boston's a half game back from them. Just like that, Boston is a half game back. And Seattle is going to beat New York today. So the Rays might fall out of the wild card before the Rays might fall out of the wild card before the All-Star break. I mean, it's just been an epic collapse from this team. And it's been a little bit of everything. It's been the offense going ghost at the wrong times. It's been horrific decision-making from Kevin Cash and his entire coaching staff. And it's been the bullpen being the worst in baseball over the last 10 games. So it's going about as bad as it can for the Rays. And they can turn around tomorrow. They will have the advantage in pitching-wise tomorrow. They will have the advantage to win the game tomorrow. But they had the advantage today, and they blew it. And like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, the Rays are not good enough to lose games that they should have won. It is as simple as that. And when you look ahead to tomorrow, I know we normally look ahead today, or at the end, but I think it is so important to look ahead now. The Rays have Drew Rasmussen and Joe Boyle going against Hunter Dobbins, who is a relief pitcher, I'm pretty sure. No, let's see. No, he's not a relief pitcher. I'm just a casual, I guess, with Red Sox pitching. But, I mean, he's a rookie. He's 4-1 with a 4.10 ERA. There's no reason why the Rays should lose the game tomorrow. Absolutely none. And it turns there's no must-wins in July, but the Rays are in grave danger of falling out of a playoff spot with the way that they're playing right now. We're going to talk about a little bit of good news. We're going to talk about how good Taj Bradley was. We're talking about the Kim home run, and we're going to look more ahead in the game tomorrow right after this. This episode is brought to you by Game Time. Have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family? Maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands. That's exactly where Game Time comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Game Time makes it possible. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop closer you get to first pitch. And they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worrying out of buying. My favorite part about Game Time is you can see exactly where you're going to sit before. They have great views of the seats before, and they are truly the best ticketing site to go to any Rays game. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. This episode is also brought to you by Open Phone. If you're running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table. Think about the last time you had a service emergency, like a burst pipe. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? Nope, you call the next one. That's why having a reliable business line is so important. That's why you need Open Phone. Open Phone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or computer. And an AI agent handles after-hour calls, answers common questions, and captures leads so you never miss a customer again. OpenPhone is offering Locked On Rays listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. That's OPENPHONE.com/LockedOnMLB. If you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. OpenPhone, no missed calls, no missed customers. So if you guys are in the live, make sure to leave a like and comment. Obviously, a super frustrating loss. As you guys can see, I'm frustrated. But, like I said, the Rays aren't good enough to lose games like this. They really, really aren't. And tomorrow, it's going to be a big game. The Rays have bounced back a lot this year. But, man, there's been a lot of punches to the gut. But this one was almost a knockout blow. Like, that's the kind of the magnitude that I take this loss with. Because the Rays are going to be a half up on the wild card going into tomorrow. Let me double check that. So the Rays are now only a half game up on Boston. Boston's won like 7 in a row. And going into this, I think the Rays were, tied with Seattle for the last spot. No, so yeah, the Rays, Seattle and Boston are going to be tied in win percentage. So Rays are going to be a half game up on a wild card spot. Yeah, I mean, there's no must wins, but tomorrow's as close as it gets. The Rays need to win tomorrow. They have a substantial pitching advantage. The Red Sox haven't seen pitching like they're going to see tomorrow in over a week, and they absolutely just need to come through. So let's talk about some good news. Let's talk about Taj Bradley because he was fantastic tonight. My thing with Taj, if he's in the zone, he's super hard to hit, and he was in the zone a lot today. And I know that, he still had the 3 walks, but he went 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 5 strikeouts. I mean, you should win that game 10 out of 10 times if Taj Bradley gives you that. It's as simple as that. I mean, it's so good to see him bounce back the last 2 games like he has. And, he's a streaky pitcher, but, if he is able to get on a roll like we know he can, could be ultra, ultra dangerous. And let's look at the Ha-Seong Kim home run. I mean, that ball absolutely rode by Kim, and he really provides an extra pop that none of the shortstops on this team have, and none that we've seen since Wander. So it's good to see him kind of come in and hit the ground running. But, you see he's still hot and cold, man. I mean, he has some bad strikeouts chasing outside the zone, but, he's had more than you can ask for the Rays at this point. And, I think he's going to continue to improve. So I got to get your guys' comments in before we get to the comments. We'll be getting to them in 1 second. Shout out Englert also. I mean, and he only take him 6 pitches to get out of that inning, but let's look more into the game tomorrow. So we'll be Drew Rasmussen, probably followed by Joe Boyle, as they're really trying to monitor their innings. So Rasmussen last time, he only went 2 innings, and then Joe Boyle went the next 5. So Rasmussen went 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts. Boyle went 5 innings, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Key with Boyle, same with Taj Bradley. If it doesn't walk anyone, he'll be good to go. And again, they face Hunter Dobbins. Hunter Dobbins last time out, he went on the IL for a little bit, so he hasn't pitched since June. I guess he didn't go on the IL a little bit. I don't know why I said 15-day IL because I guess it has technically been 15 days. He hasn't pitched since June 20th, where he went 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned. So, but the time before that against the Yankees, he went 6 innings, 2 hits, no earned, 5 strikeouts. So, I'm not this guy. Like he's had a very good year, having a little bit over 4 ERA. It's a better ERA than Taj Bradley and Shane Baz, for example. But whatever way you cut it, the Rays have the starting pitching advantage. And as we go into the game tomorrow, I mean, the Rays need Brandon Lau back. You're missing that lineup more than anything. When he comes in, it is he just slots everyone back to where they're supposed to be. He hit in the cage. He took ground balls. I don't know if he'll be available tomorrow, but man, the Rays could use him because they're just missing that piece in the lineup right now. And you can really, really tell. But let's get to the comments. It goes to Corey Hessler. He said, our bullpen is killing us night in, night out. Absolutely. I mean, they have, I don't even know. They've just been horrific. Dante Hamilton says 2 things. Why pull Taj? It's tricky. I probably would have pulled him too. He's at 88 pitches. He goes in. We've seen so many times the Rays leave. I remember happening to Shane Baz. They'd leave him in for an extra inning and he immediately gives up 3 base runners right away. So, I think Cash was in a tough spot with that anyway. He's at that borderline. Maybe he faces 1 or 2 batters, but it was more why put in Baker. He says Baker fits right into this bullpen. I actually think Baker is going to be really, really good with this bullpen. I mean, this was just almost an impossible situation. If he would have come out with a scoreless ending, I mean, I would have been ultra impressed with what he was able to do. But man, I mean, yeah. As you go to Gary, says disappointing loss. A bit surprised Baker was thrust around to a high level spot in his first race outing in Baltimore. First race outing in Baltimore, you're gonna walk 9 hitters in 38 innings. You walk 2 tonight. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Just ridiculous. As we go to Michael, he says, does this team know what humans go through? Probably the longest his entire career. You throw him right in the fire. Yeah, I mean, it's just bad. Absolutely bad. As good as Steve Anthony says, Baker got shelled by Mets this past Tuesday. I think it was like the 7th inning tonight. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Don't take too much stock in him getting shelled by the Mets in like 1 game. Like he's gonna be fine. The Rays know what they're doing. They know what they're getting with him. I think today is completely unrelated to when he pitched on Tuesday with the Mets. Before that, he hasn't given up a run in his last 4 outings before the blow up against the Mets, and he won a stretch but not giving up a run in 7 straight outings. So like he's gonna be fine. It is fine. Says we go to Gary says economics question with the MLB CBA agreement set to expire after 2026. Is there flexibility for a salary floor to be negotiated successfully without a full salary cap scale? No, I think they'll need both to have it. In order to have a salary floor, I think you need a salary cap. But if they could do it, yeah, it would be nice. As we go to Liso, new commenter, I think for the first time. So thank you for coming. He says not even even the new guy. Why bullpen? Why? And a bunch of frowny face emojis. I agree. And, you can kind of just tell after the first batter. It's like, yeah, here we go. And then I thought like Cash should have taken him out before he even got the 3 outs. Like, he really settled in 20 pitches into his outing. So yeah, as we go to Hannah Holmes, he said Baker was very disappointed. I'm sure straightened out. I feel like Cash kind of threw him out there in a tricky spot, flush off the plane. Yeah, I think that's kind of a sentiment that everyone is kind of saying. As we go to Sarah Parker, I believe also a first-time commenter, she says, I'm questioning Cash IQ tonight. I'm not and I've gone on Kevin Cash probably more than I ever have in these last few episodes. Like, I'm still taking him over 97% of managers, like in baseball, maybe 99% of managers in baseball. Like, I'll give me Kevin Cash, but the way he's handled the bullpen the last 10 days has been really bad. And yeah, for a guy that has the pedigree of Kevin Cash, you should be able to criticize him. And I think he'd be the first to do it. As we go to Robert Williams, said Baker main pitch thrown was a changeup. He didn't show a fastball until he was given up the lead. Weird. His changeup was all over the place, so he kind of had to go to the fastball. As you saw, who was the 8-hole for Boston today? He was sitting on it, and I think who was it? Mayer was sitting on it, and it led to the game kind of getting broken open. As Robert also says, the Rays threw new guys in the mix every year. Remember, I think it's Fauché who plays for the Marlins. He gave up like 7 runs. Yeah, I mean, look, I think we have an expectation for like the bullpen guys to be perfect because they only throw like 1 inning, but it's just not going to happen. My problem isn't that Baker gave up runs. It was the fact that he shouldn't have been in the game. It was the fact that as a manager, your job is to put your guys in a position to succeed. And Baker going in today did not put him into a position to succeed. That's why I'm upset. I'm upset that the offense went ghost the last 3 innings. I'm upset that the offense is, basically hope and pray. I'm upset that Matt Theis in the second inning didn't hit it more than 3 feet when he had second and third 2 outs. Like, that's what I'm more upset about. So there's a lot to be upset about. We should be upset about this loss. The Rays should have won today. They outplayed Boston today. They deserved to win, and they deserved to win 4 other games during this stretch, but they didn't. And if you look back, you're going to look at these 4 games specifically, I think you'd be like, man, those were tough. Now, this could all be a moot point. The Rays could win the next 3. The Rays could come out of the All-Star break and win 10 of 12. We don't know. But when the Rays went on their stretch, the Yankees were hot too. The Blue Jays were hot too. So it didn't feel like they were getting as much ground. When the Rays are on this bad stretch, the Blue Jays won 10 in a row. The Red Sox have won 7 in a row. The Yankees started to figure it out again. I mean, that's what just makes it more and more worse. So obviously a super frustrating loss, but good thing about baseball, the Rays play right again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So they'll be able to flush it and hopefully bounce back. It'll be really interesting to see how the Rays attempt to bounce back tomorrow. And I don't think we will see Brandon Lowe, man. Fingers crossed that we can get him in there. I also want to shout out Christopher Morel. I thought he gave some really good at-bats today. The way that they're handling Christopher Morel, if I was Christopher Morel, I would be furious. I mean, you play once every 8 games for like 6 innings. I mean, I would be irate if I was him. I think he deserves more of a leash, in my opinion. But that's a conversation for a different day. Right now, the conversation is Rays expecting batting average was almost 50 points, over 50 points more than the Red Sox, and they find a way to lose. As for the second time in, I think, 3 or 4 games, the Rays give up the same number of hits as they do runs. And whenever that happens, you're not in a good spot. But we're going to wrap it there. So I hope that everyone enjoyed the episode. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a like and comment. If you guys are watching the replay, leave a like and comment. And come join us for the live tomorrow. I'm semi-confident. Again, let me emphasize the semi-confident that the Rays will win tomorrow. So fingers crossed that they do. But regardless, win, lose, blowout, they win, blowout, lose, blowout, we will be here to talk about it. So hopefully you guys will join us. Again, I appreciate everyone for joining. I appreciate the new comments. We had at least 3 new commenters, I think. At least 2, I should say. So I appreciate all the new commenters. I appreciate every single one of you guys for always listening. And we will see you guys tomorrow night, hopefully after a Rays win.